Warning! The following live broadcast may contain loud, obnoxious, shrill, and alarming noises that might be considered disturbing, if not outright uncomfortable to listen to, especially if you are wearing headphones. I share my office space with an African gray parrot and two parakeets, and I have no control over their behavior while I am live streaming, unlike my regular videos where I have the opportunity to edit them out as best as I can. If you are sensitive to loud, surprising background noises, I recommend either not turning your volume up too loud or watching my edited pre-recorded videos instead. Viewer discretion is advised. And here we go. Hello, everybody. Another Wednesday here at Shea Ego Works. So welcome everyone to another episode of the Ego Works live stream. Yeah, pretty much that. I mean, yeah, there you go. So that's what I was warning everybody about. So let me just kind of like get myself together here. You know, it's not like I haven't done this plenty of times and I should know how to do this already, right? But I don't know. It's always, it's always. So welcome. Oh, and James already first one in the chat as always. Welcome, James. So let's get this party started. So hello, everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I am a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. Again, let me just set myself up here. I've been self-publishing. There we go. I can't speak today. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and I am known for the funny animal fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which just concluded a very successful run on Kickstarter, but we'll get to more on that in a minute. And I'm also known for my medieval fantasy soap opera, EGORAVEN, Heir of the First Unicorn, which will be launching August 22nd on Kickstarter. I mean, it is in pre-launch right now, so links are in the chat. Not in the chat, in the show notes. There we go. Links are in the show notes below, so you can sign up to be notified when the campaign goes live. There we go. And I am also co-host with Nita Lanning on the Rage Into the Vlogs channel. Well, Rage Into the Vlogs on the Rage Into channel every Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And also this live stream right now is simulcasting through the Rage Into network as well. But there we go. In the meantime, you can read both my comics online at Tall Tales, TAILS online.com and EgoWorks.com, EGOWRKS, or you can check out all of my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at Daphne Lage Art. And if you are watching me from Facebook, if you see any, I don't remember if I put any links on Twitter. I always forget to do that. So yes, if you're watching this on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the things that makes the algorithm gods happy, and that way you get notified every time I go live with a stream. And especially if you subscribe to the Rage Into network, we have all these wonderful shows that you can also watch as well and get notified when those go live as well. So yes, so you three secret people, I see you. I see you there watching me. But I know some of you are shy, so I know you not everybody wants to come and join us in the chat, but that's okay. As long as you're joining, maybe you're busy, maybe you're drawing too along with me and listening to me ramble right now. So thank you for watching. And here we go. Yes, Nita is in the chat as well. Yes, we're going to talk about that in a second. Let's do a little further housekeeping. I'm pretty sure Yeah, well, it's like, you know what? It's like, look, so yeah, so like I said, you can catch me every Monday and Friday with Nita at 11 a.m. on the Raging 2 network. And also because we are now technically in the middle of the month, it's time for me to tell you about House of Bob. I mean, already it's like it felt like we just finished an episode the other day, but no, we are about 2 weeks out to another episode of House of Bob, the Jarring Night Stream, where you can join me and Nita as we do an adult only stream where I am drawing porn, pretty much. Let's just say it the way it is. And we're having conversations that is not suitable for the day crowd. So, yeah, so the last Saturday of every month, we have another episode coming up, I think on July 30th. And the topic for this upcoming episode is Monster Boyfriend and Other Fuckable Creatures, just to give you an idea as to what we end up talking about. So yeah, so join us for the next House of Bob drawing live stream from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern. And and let's have some fun. It's just because we're an adults only stream doesn't mean that we're not having a good time. So there we go. And like I said, EGORAVEN will be launching on August 22nd on Kickstarter. It is in pre-launch right now. Link is in the show notes below. So it's going to be for Volume 1, collecting issues 1 through 4 of EGORAVEN, Heir of the First Unicorn. I can't believe we already at the first trade paperback. It felt like yesterday I was launching with bated breath the first issue of EGORAVEN back in, I think it was January 2021. And already, oh, look at that, already we are at a trade paperback collection. So we're just chugging along here. The work never stops. And speaking of Tall Tales, yes, we finally completed the campaign for volumes 1 through 4 of Thieves Quest, the series that started it all for me. And here is the results. So yes, Tall Tales, Thieves Quest, volumes 1 through 4, the trade paperbacks. We closed out at 116 backers with a total of $4,140. I'm still getting over that. I really it's like, I got to be real about this. I was not thinking that we were not going to make that 4,000. It's like, maybe, it got to a point where it's like, you know what, if I was going to be okay if I broke 5653, which is the record held by Volume 1, Tall Tales Volume 1. For our highest Tall Tales campaign specifically. Technically, Oswald still holds the highest record so far for, in terms of, technically EGORAVEN holds it. But I mean, it's like, I don't know. Like, I kind of don't count it because of the pledges that ended up getting dropped at when that campaign ended, and it kind of like brought the final tally down to not where I wanted it to be. So yeah, but either way, look, as long as we're improving with every book, that's all I need. And we made it to 4K, which unlocks all the trading cards, unlocks the metal bookmark. I guess everybody really wanted that metal bookmark. Because like I said, no lie, kind of had me in the first half there, thinking that, however that meme goes, you kind of had me in there in the first half. I didn't think I was going to make it. I thought maybe at worst we'd end up with a really obnoxious number. Just being $20 under or something. Actually, I wasn't even thinking we would even make it this far. I don't know. This was a very stressful and long campaign. I don't know. It was tough to get it moving, especially in the middle of the campaign. But you know what? I'm glad it did. I'm glad that it finally perked up pretty much. So I'm just glad that it's finally over. So, as you all know, the book is finished. The book is complete. I just have to check over a couple of things. There's a minor correction that I have to make on the cover, but pretty much for the most part, as you've been following me on these live streams, the book is done. Here's the proof. Like I said, I ended up catching a couple of just a minor detail on the cover that I would just want to fix up, but that's pretty much it, though. The book is pretty much, this is it. This is it. So as you can see, so the second we get our money from Kickstarter, that's going straight to the printer, along with all of the trading cards and the metal bookmark, which, yes, speaking of which, just a reminder. So the Oswald Chronicles, If I Was a Few Inches Taller, is currently on Kickstarter as well. I think it's in its last couple of days. And yeah, I think I have to put a link. I will put a link in the description. I just realized, you know what it is? I've been doing so many shows with Nita, and I'm used to her putting the links in the show notes, that I keep forgetting to do that for myself. That I am doing this. I keep forgetting that I am doing my own live stream by myself. So, but I'm sure Nita will put a link in the chat as we speak. There it is. And here it is. Here it is. Oh, John Celestri. Hello. Welcome. It's been a while. I know that you're hard at work on Bloodwing Angel. I'm looking forward to your next campaign. So yeah. So, I mean, it's like, now that I have like the office. Oh, hold on. Let me put myself. Well, let me finish my thought here. Of the Oswald Chronicles, If I Was a Few Inches Taller, link is in the chat. I will put the links in the show notes after the show is over. You see, it's like it's kind of like I had a friend the other day asking, so how do you run a live stream by yourself and like handle the chat and everything? And I go, look, it's a hot mess no matter what I do. It's a hot mess. It's like, it's like you just got to kind of go with the flow and just accept how it's going to go. Like I said, I'm so used to Nita taking care of things that I forget I have to handle this by myself right now. So, so check out the Oswald Chronicles. Yes, because he has a metal trading card. So, that I think has been unlocked or is going to be unlocked. It's one of the stretch goals on his campaign. So we're going to combine that with the bookmark so we can send everything out together. So all our campaigns can be sent out together. And and we can fulfill everything at the same time again, like we did the last time. So, And of course, because there is no rest for 120 pages. Yeah, so as I was about to say, John, I'm looking forward to your next campaign, because now that I have my shelf situation in the remodeled, the remodeled office, I mean, it's pretty much, this is as good as it's going to get. It's like I now have room for proper trade paperbacks of everything, and I can replace the books that I lost from you when I had a flood in the office, one of the many floods in the office. So I'm slowly recollecting the books that I lost in that thing. So moral of the story, everybody, do not store your books in boxes on the floor, because you don't know what's going to happen there. So that's how it is. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. So what else? Oh, yes. So just because one campaign ends, there's I never know whether it's no rest for the weary or no rest for the wicked. Either way, nobody is sleeping. There's no rest for anybody, because here I am. So for those of you who are just finding out about the Tall Tales campaign, or you kind of missed your opportunity, I I'm going to try to do a couple of things in the meantime. So if you missed getting the trade paperbacks on this campaign, so I'm already putting together the next Tall Tales campaign. As you can see, it's Tall Tales: The Peacekeepers with Thieves Quest Volumes 1 and 4. So that's going to be launching early next year. So if you're waiting for a next campaign to pick up the trade paperbacks, that's kind of I don't want to say any target dates right now. I don't want to set anything, but what I am trying to do is get this set up as much as I can so I can get it approved by Kickstarter and get that launch page for Peacekeepers up and running as well, because you can't have enough launch pages apparently. So if you missed this campaign, you just found out about it for some reason, you only had 30 days, right? I literally had somebody email me at the very last minute saying, oh my God, I just found out about this. Let me buy all 4 trades. So I'm going to I'm going to probably most likely offer up the trade paperbacks on my store, so that if you want to pick it up that way and not have to worry or wait for a Kickstarter, I will have the books available. So I just got to wait for volume 4 to come in, and then we'll have we'll have that going as well. So I think that's pretty much it in terms of housekeeping. I mean, like I said, it's been a long 30 days, as every campaign is. Like I said, I was a little worried about this campaign, but everybody pulled through like a sport. Thank you so much. I honestly, it's like I cannot thank everybody enough for supporting our books. For supporting Tall Tales, for supporting Oswald, for supporting EGORAVEN. It's because of you guys that we're able to do these. We would still do them anyway, but just at a lot slower pace. And it's just really nice to have this option for us to actually put out these books faster than we would have if we had to depend on going through comic book shops and Diamond, or just trying to sell online without Kickstarter or whatnot. So really, I can't thank you guys enough, and I'm really glad that whatever it is that we're doing, it's working, because we're seeing that steady growth with each campaign, and especially with this last year, we've been seeing some jumps. So I'm really, really hoping that these next couple of campaigns, I know I'm putting a lot of pressure on the future, but which, technically I'm not supposed to do. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. So why am I even thinking that far ahead? But it's like, you know what? Look, I'm just planning. Just planning. So so Peacekeepers, early 2023, we'll be offering up Peacekeeper, the complete Peacekeepers trade with volumes 1 through 4, early 2023. So make sure you go to egoworks.com and sign up for the newsletter, so that you can keep up to date with all of the stuff that we have coming down the pipe, because it's a lot. So like I said, the next book that so pretty much it's official, it's going to be all unicorn season from here on with the rest of the year. We have EGORAVEN Volume 1, which I have been showing off since last year, because you know how much I love having these books done as much in advance as possible. So EGORAVEN Volume 1, collecting issues 1 through 4 of Heir of the First Unicorn. That one is coming up in August. As you can see, I have the proof here already. So this is all ready to go. And then right after that, so that's launching in August, and November is when we are launching the campaign for EGORAVEN issue 5. So yeah, so which is pretty much dovetails into what I am working on today. So so yeah, so we're, like I said, we're in the middle of the month already. We're in the middle of July. What is this? July 13th, right? And now it's the rush to get my to-do list completed. So here is here's a couple of things as to give you an update as to what I am what I was able to cross off the list today. So the other thing I was able to cross off the list, the EGORAVEN Oswald short, that if you supported EGORAVEN issue 3 and the Oswald Chronicles campaigns, I am finally finished with the artwork for the crossover story that everybody who supported both campaigns will be getting. So this is my print proof. So this is, yeah, so I'm just, making sure that all my colors are correct and everything on here. And then JD is going to go through this because he did write the story. So he is going to take a look through this, tweak the story if he needs to, add a couple of things, whatever. He's just going to give it a pass, a read through. And then the second he gives me the okay, it is ending up in everybody's email boxes. So yeah, so this is finally finished, the EGORAVEN Oswald crossover. It's a really cute story. I'm looking forward to everybody reading this. And honestly, I learned my lesson with this, that I am not offering anything like this unless it is completely done again, completely done. I really, I should have the same rule that I have with my campaigns. Unless it's completely finished, I'm not offering it. But here it is. It's done, so that I was able to cross that off my list. So so I am also currently going through everybody's the last of the sketch covers. Technically it's just Nita. So Nita's sketch covers for EGORAVEN and Oswald, I do have them inked out. I just have to color them in, and then I'll be able to send her giant ass box, which is like a giant Oswald EGORAVEN Tall Tales subscription service thing going on. Once the Tall Tales trades come in, I'll be yes. Last but not least, my dear, I swear to God, I think the sketch covers will be well worth the wait. So yes. So so that's going to be crossed off my list soon. I do have 3 commissions that I am going to be finally getting to, with the campaign out of the way, with the Oswald EGORAVEN story out of the way. I can finally start penciling these 2 pieces out. Well, 3 actually. And one of them is for Michael Odin's. Well, it's a couple of sketches that I told him that I would do for him for his Roman, his JoJo's Adventure Roman history parody books that he's been putting out, and I just had to get involved when he was telling me how his next issue was going to be about Caligula. So I had to get involved with that. So there are some sketches that I'm doing for him. I forget Caligula's horse's name. Invictus, I think it is. And I'm going to do some sketches for him. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, so if you want to find out about this next project that Michael Odin will be putting out through 9 Realms Publishing, just go to his website at 9 Realms Publishing. And I'm pretty sure he has a newsletter, and just keep up. Because I think the book that he recently did was SQPR's Bizarre Adventures, which is a manga parody of Julius Caesar crossing the Rubicon, and you know, hijinks ensues. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that. I will be kind of slightly involved with the sequel, or at least involved enough that it's like, what, I'm having a good time. So I'm looking forward to doing these sketches for him. And the other two commissions are going to be I think variant cover. One's a variant cover for an upcoming campaign, which I'm not going to mention right now, and the other commission is a sticker, is a sticker image that I've been letting this person wait for a little bit. So I'm really glad that I'm finally going to get these commissions out. So the last thing that I have on my list is what we're going to be working on today, and it's going to be flatting for issue 5 for EGORAVEN. Well, the flats are done. What I'm doing right now is I'm color correcting. And I am currently, and I have enough pages, I'm currently past halfway through. I'm on page where we're going to be working on page 19. So as you can see, I have my pages printed out, my color corrected pages. So I can go over them and whatnot, and also I need them for reference. If I have to go back and go, okay, I need to pick a color from someplace, which page has that color that I need. So that's halfway done. So that I'm also looking to finish by the end of the month, so I can get this sent out to our printer, and then I can get the proof done, and then have that done by when the campaign goes live in November. So another thing that I've been working on for the issue 5 campaign, which actually, it's not the issue 5 campaign. This is for the trade paperback. There's a lot going on, like I said. So one of the things for the other thing that I was working on for the trade paperback release is a couple of special prints that I will be offering with the trade paperback as stretch goals. If you do not follow, if you're not watching our Rage Into the vlogs with me and Nita, why aren't you? It's like, why? We have a good time. So if you haven't, but if you have, what I'm about to show here. But if this is your first time seeing it, so for the trade paperback campaign, which is again launching August 22nd, I am doing some special prints for the release that I will be offering up as stretch goals for the campaign. I'm trying out, because it's a trade paperback, and in our experience, trade paperbacks are a little bit of a hard sell, especially as this last Tall Tales campaign has shown us. People on Kickstarter prefer the collectability of individual issues. So we're trying a couple of different things to see if we can push the trade paperback, I guess, like over the hump of being a trade paperback. So these are going to be prints that I am going to be offering. These are still inked. I still have to color them in. So this is the first print. This is called Wild Magic. So like I said, if you have been watching the vlogs, you've seen these already. But, for people just joining us on this show, so this is going to be the first. They're going to be full color prints. I haven't decided whether I'm doing them as prints, like full size prints, or as postcards. So that's still up in the air. So this is going to be the first print. This second one is called The Dance Lesson. So this is the second print that I will be offering. And yes, so they're going to be divided into sets of 2. So they're going to be separate stretch goals. So yeah, we're gonna see how that works out for a trade paperback. This one is called Obsession. So this is another print. This one I know Nita is for sure is excited over, and so am I. We're going to keep an eye on this one, how this one performs, because also what I'm going to be doing with these prints is that I'm going to be using them on the main page of the Kickstarter to see if that affects the image that we use on the front page affects how the algorithm sees us. So, like I said, we're going to be experimenting a lot on this next campaign. So, this is going to be one of the prints. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like honestly, between these two, I don't know which one is my favorite, to tell you the truth. I mean, honestly, I did enough prints here to decorate the office. So, that's probably how it's going to end up. And then this one is the last one, called the Silk Rose. So there we have it. So this is the fourth print. So these are going to be offered up with the volume 1 campaign as stretch goals. I'm looking to meet the same goal, like kind of like break 4,000 on EGORAVEN volume 1. But we'll see how it goes. Now, here's the thing though, because I am a complete degenerate, and so again, if you haven't been watching the vlogs, so I'm also in the middle of writing a novel, which is going to be the continuation of the EGORAVEN series. So once the 15 issues are finished for Heir of the First Unicorn. I almost missaid my own title there. EGORAVEN, Heir of the First Unicorn. Once those 15 issues are done, pretty much all the stories after that are going to continue in illustrated prose form. I'm pretty sure I spoke about this on a previous live stream, but for those of you keeping track, I am currently the novel, which is called EGORAVEN Cult of the Wolf Witch, the illustrated novel. I currently have 52,132 words. I'm currently at that. That's the word count for it. 52,132 words. I'm pretty much on the butt end of the story. I'm really looking forward to finishing it. I'm looking forward to seeing how my beta readers react to it. And because of this novel, now mind you, this is a novel that's not going to see print until like probably 2025. I mean, just even saying that is absolutely ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I work. When it comes to the work, it's so much work that I can only function if I have it scheduled. Because if I don't have it scheduled, I tend to overestimate what I'm doing. As if I have it scheduled and I have dates, I know exactly what I need to do. Just like I have issue 5 has to go to like pretty much the campaign is in November. So I that tells me how much time I need to that I have for it. But I don't want to work on issue 5 up until November, because I still have issue 6, 7, and 8 that I have to finish before the end of the year. At worst, I want to be color correcting at the butt end of everything before each campaign launches. But the idea is to have the books pretty much done for next year, so next year I can start on next year's books. That's kind of how I'm working here. So because I'm such a degenerate, and I am my thought process is all in this novel. I kind of ended up doing another one. So the prints that I just showed, I kind of ended up doing a bonus print. But the thing is, though, it has like the imagery of this print is all about the novel, which comes out much later. But if you follow me on Facebook and if you watch the vlogs with me and Nita, you know, you pretty much know a little bit more about what this image is, um, than if you were just following, just my regular channel and whatnot. Now it's like, so this is going to be, so I'm really happy with the way this is coming out. I'm really thinking, so I'm going to give everybody a preview. I'm going to give everybody, it's still unfinished. I'm still in the process of inking it. So I'm going to give everybody a preview of this image. I haven't decided how I'm going to do this. Like if it's going to be a stretch goal or a bonus print that you have to like either sign up for my Facebook page, because that's, it's like either, kind of like when I did the EGORAVEN Loki pins back, back a couple of campaigns ago, where it's like if there was a special code I put on Facebook, and if you had to follow me on Facebook to get this code. So I'm maybe I might do this again. I'm not sure, but the way this is coming out, I really do want to offer this up as a bonus print. So this is the work in progress that I have here. So this is, like I said, for all of you already on Facebook, you all know the saga of Werewolf Loki. And also the novel is predominantly about him and how him and EGORAVEN meet. So I'm finally making Loki canon in, well, technically Loki is already canon from the short story that appeared, the Kickstarter exclusive short story that appeared in issue 4. But this one really cements the story. So this is going to be a bonus print that I'm going to offer up on the trade paperback campaign. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it as a stretch goal print or whatnot, but this is, look at that. I love the way this is coming out. Like I said, I could decorate my entire office with all these prints. This is like, and what I really like about this is that I was looking at a lot of, I follow, I just did, where it's been hiding. It literally existed about maybe a half hour before the show started. Like I said, I'm a complete degenerate. It's like it popped in my head, and it's like I got to get this image started before the show starts. So I've been following a Twitter feed, a Twitter account that's all romance covers from like the 70s and 80s. And I was really trying to get, pretty much for all of these, that's kind of like the vibe that I'm trying to get here. But this one especially, I was really trying to get that romance cover vibe. And so I just have to figure out. So this is a sneak peek that you're all getting. It's Werewolf Loki and a very confused EGORAVEN, because that's how the story goes. So I'm very happy with that. Like I said, that is a hint, and also it gives you a hint of what's in the novel that I'm writing. So there you go. So there we go. A lot going on. Really, it's like, just because the campaign's over doesn't mean I get to rest on my laurels. I got the rest of this this list to check off, and so like I said, we have issue 5 to get through. And okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, let's see, do I have a couple of bumps here that I could run? Yes, I have so I'm going to run a couple of bumps, and yeah, and then when we come back, we'll get to drawing. Well, actually, we're working in Photoshop today, so we'll get to doing that. So right back. Hi everyone, Daphne Lage here. Join Nita Lanning and me on the Rage Into the Vlogs show, where we talk about everything, nothing, and all the bits in between. Looking for hour-long conversations about indie comics, social media marketing, and crowdfunding, with the occasional rant and story time? Head on over to the Rage Into channel on YouTube, Mondays through Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern to join in the chat.
Hit the button.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Cast the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the craze. If you are an independent, catch the craze. Making moves on your own, catch the craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the craze. Join the movement, catch the craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the craze.
Okay, so here we are back. So here we are in Photoshop. Yeah, it's like, yeah, one of the things that I'm thinking of also kind of doing for the office is I bought like an arm for my monitor right now, and I'm going to see if I can like mount it to the wall. So I have a little bit more desk space to work with, because also I'm trying to figure out how to add a second monitor, a second large monitor in here, because because no matter how many different types of glasses I wear, you know, it's like you know, that size matters. You know, so there we go. Okay, so let me just set myself up here. Okay, so I'm going to be working on my Cintiq today, and we'll be working in Photoshop. So here we go. So here, this is page 19 of EGORAVEN issue 5. Like I said, it's going to be dropping in November. And yeah, and I got to get through finishing coloring this. So I have everything lettered already. So here I'm going to show what a finished one, the previous page. I like having the previous page open so that, I don't know, so I can keep like a continuity going, especially with the color palettes and whatnot. So this is page 18. So this is what pretty much a finished page looks like. And yeah, so so here's page 19, and I am going to turn off the mask. So this green layer that you see here, that's actually a mask, because this is what the flats actually look like. So let me just show you without. So this is what the flats look like. I pay Julie Mae Christopher, who is, I think she's a woman out in the Philippines, I think. And I pay her to do my flats. And she's very reasonably priced. So if you need a flatter, I can send you to her. I can send you her Facebook page. You can contact her and speak to her there. So as you can see, I do not, it's like it was tough enough for me to admit that I needed to use a flatter. um and pay for a flatter, a combination of, well, it's like, it's like, well, it was tough for me to kind of like delegate this part. It's like I knew that this is flatting is very tedious for me, and if I had wanted to get the books done in the time that I wanted, I had to outsource this. I had no choice. It takes up a lot of time. Now, the thing is, though, as you can see, the price that I pay is just for the flatting, not to give me color accurate pages. So it's kind of good and kind of bad because it's like it's like the campaigns are not, making money like that I could just tell her. It's like, okay, like here's like all my color charts and whatnot, color, flat according to these, so that my coloring, so whatever correction I have to do is at a bare minimum. But that's obviously not the case. So what I have to do is I have to go in and I have to fix the coloring, which isn't really as bad as it sounds, because the way that the way that she flats, or at least depending, as long as it's not like, sometimes I can always tell who's flatting by their color choices and whether they're actually consistent through the panels, so that I should be able to do this. So I should be able to take that, and technically this same color should just be on EGORAVEN, but obviously it's not. But whatever changes, I'm gonna like go in and fix anyway. So like her shirt shouldn't be that color. So you see how it changed in both panels. So depending on who she gets, whether she does it obviously when she does it herself, I can always tell. But when she gets, I guess, her assistants to do it, the colors are kind of off a bit. So it takes a little bit more time for me to correct. But it's still not as bad because, the tedious part is done already, which is tracing all of these shapes. Oh, funny you should mention that, Patrick. They're supposed to sucker your artistic friends into doing your flats. Well, here's the thing. So I kind of asked my sister if she was willing to learn how to do this. So I'm kind of, maybe that might work for me. I'm not sure. We're still running the test on that. I sent her the video of me coloring, and I sent her the video, the channel that I used to learn how to color. And the guy has a very specific video on flatting, on how to flat correctly, which is what I watched to learn how to do this. So I sent that to her, kind of see if this is something that, that she can get into, because it would be a really big help for me if I had people, like multiple people, to do flats for me. So it's like, so if I had wanted, I could send her my prints. If she got really into it, I could send her my prints or whatnot. And it's like, okay, just keep flatting, that type of thing. So, but we're not there yet. So, we'll see. It's like, I don't want to pressure her. It's like either she can do this or she doesn't. It's like, she has her own thing going on. It's just something that it would be nice. It would be nice if she could do. But funny you should mention that. So, okay. So let me get my so let's get a little music going here. Let's see, which one did I pick? I think I picked this one. Okay, yeah. So I've already set up the volume. I'm pretty sure this volume is good. Tell me if it's a little too loud or whatnot. You know, I just don't want to have dead air. You know what I mean? So okay, so I'm going to start color correcting. So right now I'm just going to do rough color correcting. I'm just going to you see, this is how I know that it was one of her assistants, because she wouldn't have used the same color for this entire thing. So I'm going to have to, okay, never mind that. I'm just going to have to go and trace out the areas and put in the correct color that belongs there. So as long as there's enough differentiation between the shapes, I'm okay. It shouldn't be that bad. So like something like this, I have to trace out. But again, because the hard part is already done, which is, well, the tedious part. It's not that flatting is hard, it's just tedious because you're tracing out shapes. And that's and that's the thing that I appreciate with flatting, because with somebody else doing the flats, I can actually go in and do some little detail work like that that I wouldn't have done normally, because just doing the flats would just take so much out of me. Look, I couldn't tell you how that works. Why? Okay. And also the thing is too, is that I want to make sure, because when I first sent her pages to flat, I did send her, color charts for EGORAVEN for the main characters. So sometimes they use them and sometimes they don't. So I always have, that's why I like having the previous page open, so that it's so that I can make sure that the colors match without me having to constantly open up my color charts. So that's so there we go. So that let's see. Well, I mean, that's always. I mean, honestly, it's easier to pay people, to tell you the truth, instead of talking them into something. Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure I'm in the right frame. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I didn't just mess up my screen here. Hold on. Okay. Now, because I have to keep switching screens, because I know it looks like I'm on the same screen, but I'm not, because I'm working on the Cintiq, and I had forgot to set it up so that I can switch up and down instead of sideways, because usually I have the Cintiq on the side here. Okay, so I can see everyone in the chat. Oh, bye, Nita. I'll talk to you later. I can see your comments in the chat. So instead of going back and forth and posting them, I can see them. At worst, I will just verbally acknowledge them. If I can switch over, then I'll put them on the screen. But right now, my setup is not optimized to go back and forth. I should have checked that before I set up. You know what it is? It's like I got everything set up except that. So, okay, there we go. Okay, so All right, so for something like this, like okay, like this particular thing here, I know that there was a previous page that I colored in something like that already, so I want to keep that consistent. Okay, so that's page 15. So I'm going to go and open up. Okay, just 5. Okay, so we're going to open up page 15 so that I have, okay, so here are the little flags that I just want to like kind of match colors with. So I'm going to take that. Now the thing is though is that sometimes even though it like things are not color accurate, sometimes her color choices, the color choices that are on the page already is good enough for me. So in this case, I'm okay with that red, but I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to alternate here. Now, as you can see, because I'm working on the flats, I don't have to be accurate with my, I guess, like my shape, because whatever I click on will automatically fill, will stay within the parameters of that fill. So I don't have to think, I don't have to concentrate so hard on making sure I'm tracing a shape correctly, unless I need to. So okay, so also I know that I think the same, yeah, here we go. On the same page, it has the brown color that I want to continue, keep it consistent. So as you can see, it's like even though like once the page is flatted, it really doesn't take that long to color correct. Depending on a really good weekend, I could it's like I can get like probably around like 8 pages done in a weekend, if not a little bit more, if I'm just able to hammer at it. So that's kind of so that's the benefit of having it done already. Let's see. So because as you can see, I think I'm pretty much almost done with this panel. Let's see. So what color? Let's see. Let me. You see, if I had to flat this out myself, I wouldn't be making I wouldn't be breaking stuff up like this. But because all I have to do is I mean, it just goes to show you how having the flats done just makes coloring a lot easier. Now here's the thing though, what the hell was I doing there? Let me see. Let me look here, because I'm not sure what I was doing here. What is that? Now the thing is though, this artwork, I think I did this book back in this issue in 2017. So my artwork is a little bit rougher than it is now. I mean, obviously you can kind of see the difference in how I'm drawing, now compared to when I did this issue. Um, and yeah, so I don't know what's going on there. So it's like, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I am going to probably fill that in. Let's see. Yeah, I really don't know what I did there, what I was doing there. There we go. Okay. All right. So now that doesn't bother me as much. So let's see. Let's do a gray. Okay. All right. So let's change that blue color. Now, the thing is, what I'm going to do here is because obviously I'm not going to leave this background like this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to select this area where this blue is, and I'm just going to select that color. Okay. All right. And okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a gradient there until, let's see. Let's see. See, and look, so now when I put in, oh, okay, good. Okay, so when I put in the shading, the panel kind of like, you can see it begin to come together, and it didn't take me that long. So let's see okay. All right, with that, you know what? I think with what I'm going to do. Okay, so all right, so here that's more supposed to be like more ground. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to fill this in with that brown. Okay, like that and that. I'm just gonna fill that in. Okay. All right, so that looks clean that up. And okay, so I'm gonna do that again. So let's do that again. Okay. Let me see, what do we do here? There we go. Let's see, what did I do? I think I chose this one. Okay, let's put this and see which works better. Let's see. What's funny is that actually by looking at another reason why I want to get a second monitor is that even though I'm looking at the Cintiq, I see everything better on the actual monitor. So I'm literally watching the stream while I'm coloring to see if the colors are working the way I want, because I don't know, I'm able to see it better on the screen. So let's see. The thing is though, I'm not sure, let's see, no, that's that's too much. That's too extra. No, it's like we actually that kind of works. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna stick with that. That seems to be the only. Oh, that's right. Okay. So there we go. So we have a finished panel, and because of being able to change some colors, this panel it's coming out okay on its own. So let's correct. So let's correct EGORAVEN here because a lot of her colors are off. So I'm going to shut off the shading so I can see it better. Yeah, one thing that I'm hoping that with my new style is that, because bless their little hearts, sometimes they really do try to guess what I'm doing. Like what you just saw there. Obviously, they thought that this part was part of the sleeve when it's really not. So I'm hoping. So I'm pretty sure that the inking style that I'm using now, which is a lot more cleaner and more precise, will be easier for the flatter, because they don't have to do as much guessing with my work. Yeah, which is also the thing too, that that if I can get my sister to do this, that that my line work now will make it easier for her to trace over, to trace areas and to know what she's looking at, as opposed to back then where I was like doing a lot of little doohickey lines, like what I like. You see, like these little extra lines here. Like I don't know why I did that. Like I said, Will Eisner, was up my ass about these things, and it's taking me a while. It took me a while to really learn to simplify the work that I'm doing. So, which in the end makes it easier for everybody. And in the end, just gives me better results anyway. So. Okay, so here. Oh, this green. Yes. So, so like I said, again, it's like, looking at a lot of the colors choices here. There's some things that I'm just going to just tweak, but not get, too fussy over. I mean, because it's like, we're talking about backgrounds and whatnot. I'm not going to get. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel here. It's like I'm just going to change what I think needs changing. So one of the things, this 4th of July weekend was usually when Clip Studio Paint, going off on a tangent a bit, where Clip Studio Paint usually has their big sale, right? And I have a copy of Clip Studio Paint, a really old version though. I think it was still called Manga Studio at the time. I'm a little surprised they changed the name to Clip Studio, but so the thing is, though, I'm okay with using Photoshop. I have no problem with it. Everything that I've been doing, it has been on Photoshop and using Adobe and whatnot. But the thing is, though, is that there are certain things that I've been seeing people do in Clip Studio Paint that I've been trying to imitate in Photoshop with not too much success. And I'm kind of thinking, so I was kind of thinking, it's like, I really, maybe it's about time I look into getting Clip Studio. Just to kind of, I don't know, just to kind of, like try out a lot of the special effects. And you see, and that's really the thing. It's mostly like a lot of the special effects, the manga textures, the duo, the shades, the tone shades. And I hear what I've seen is that they have a really, really sophisticated perspective tool that you draw a piece, you draw a figure, and I don't know how it does, but it actually figures out the perspective based on your figure. And I was just like, that could be something really useful. So I was looking at the page, and I know obviously I missed out on the sale, but it's not like Clip Studio Paint is like expensive like Adobe, because if you're paying like full price for the Adobe subscription, you're paying like $50 a month. And and it's like, I kind of hate the way that everybody's at a subscription model now. I mean, obviously that's where they're realizing how they make the most money. So Clip Studio Paint full price, which honestly nobody pays, because they go on sale so often, is like $200 and something. But what I saw is that they do have a subscription service for Clip Studio Paint. But what I found unusual about Clip Studio's subscription service is that it was only $70 a year. So considering that, by the way, I'm gonna show you guys something. So this is a couple of charts that I found online, where I use, especially for like skin tones and hair and types of clothing, and as you can see, I have like horses and things like that. So what I've been really liking is these skin tone charts. I think like I said, I did a Google search for it, and this really allows me to just pick and choose like like skin tones that look like skin tones, as opposed to like, oh, is this color correct? It's like, does this look, especially when you get to the darker shades. And I've always seen people, there's people complaining that's like, oh, you make your character, it's like people don't know how to draw darker people, and it's like they always make them look ashy or something. So at least like a chart like this, I know like this chart is another popular chart that I see around, where I guess, and what I found is like they really do make a difference. I mean, they really do look like skin tones, I guess, without looking weird. And so what I do is, so it's like I have like some random people here. So what I just do is I just like randomly pick colors, and so I'll pick that and I'll make them that color, right? And then it's like, maybe I'll choose this one, and then I'll go in and I'll make her that. This one I think is pretty okay. You barely see it, so I don't, find it necessary. So it's really good with, it saves me a lot of time with crowd scenes, because then it's like I'm just randomly picking colors and plopping them in crowd scenes, and it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a shortcut to make your crowd scenes. This is, it's look more diverse than if you were just using various shades of, I don't know, like this color or something. So I've been pretty pleased with it. It's just like I said, it's like I have a crowd scene. I just randomly just pick these colors and plop them in and get like a good mix. So I found, like I said, I found that online. And another one that I found was for hair, which this is really convenient for me too, because it's like, let's choose a color. Let's this, and then I just go in, and then there you go. So it's like, it just seems to be like, I don't know, like this color works better than the color that was placeholding there already, right? And then it's like, let's choose that, and then I kind of, maybe we'll, no, it's, there's a lot of browns going on, so maybe we'll do the darker colors. Okay, so let's see. Let's do that. I just think it just improves. It just improves better. The color scheme, I guess. So going back to not changing, not reinventing the wheel. So I'm just going to make sure that that's correct. So I like, these colors are fine for me. The only thing that I'm going to change is this green, because it looks too much like a Starbucks, like a Starbucks apron. So I'm just going to change. Probably what I'll do is I'll just desaturate it a bit. Like that. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't need to be fancy. It don't need to go too crazy with it. Let's see. So same thing with these guys here. So, okay. So we're going to need some, I still need my skin tone palette. Oh, no. So let's see. All right, so let's okay, so let's see what we can do here. But this guy is pretty okay. Oh well, yeah, it's like because when you're doing furries, you can just do whatever you want. Oh, look at that! I accidentally didn't mark that out. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, okay. Ah, there we go. Oh, okay. I see what I did. So there we go. That's what I wanted to do because it's going to change the color that you click on. So I accidentally clicked on the hand. Yeah. So, okay, so I'm going to make his boots. Okay, so I like that. So you don't have to think too hard about it. Let me see. So same thing here. Let's and Patrick, you've watched enough House of Bob to know that that sometimes there's a little bit too much freedom in coloring a furry character because it's like you have all these different colors that we can play with. And it's like, is it better like this or is it better like that? But then again, that's why I like asking the chat. Okay, chat, choose a color for me. So technically, you in the chat is they're flatting for me. So let's see. So let me change that. Change here. There we go. Okay, so let's see. I think I can kind of leave it like that. Let's see. What if I just let's see, because technically I can leave these. Oh, actually, let me not get too fussy. You see, that's also the thing too, is just to remember that it's like, let's just get through the page. There's no reason to okay, so here we have, I think, okay, so let's turn on the shading to make sure it's the way I want it to look. So yeah, that like I said, I'm looking at it on the screen. So okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So let's save that. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Clip Studio Paint. So Clip Studio Paint has a subscription service for $70 a year, not a month, a year. So I have a choice of either paying full price, waiting for a sale to happen again, or getting a subscription service that I could try it out for a couple of years before it equals the full price of Clip Studio Paint. So I'm probably going to try that out. But not quite yet. Not quite yet. So but yeah, it's like, so yeah, I think there's also, there are certain things that, oh, now I know what that thing was. That's this. Okay, wait. That's what that is. Okay. There we go. You see, I knew I would find out eventually what that was. That's this. That's the wheel cover. So, okay. There we go. All right. Mystery solved. Okay. I kind of like this. So I'm going to... There we go. Let's tone down these curtains. Again, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm just going to, the color is not that offensive, so I'm just going to tone it down. There we go. Yeah, but Patrick, it's like that's kind of the thing. It's kind of like with when I was doing my layouts, and I did my layouts, and then I had to convert them into larger layouts. This was for issue 6, and I literally had to like sit there and stare at some of my sketches, going, "What the heck was I drawing there? What was I doing?" I mean, it's kind of like when you scribble your own notes and then you go back to it, and then you're like, "Oh, wait, what did I write here? I can't read my own handwriting." It's kind of the equivalent of that. It's unfortunately a lot more common than I would like to admit. Yeah, there really are just sometimes that I'm looking at my sketches and it's like, it's literally, what did I draw here? And like I said, and with this, with these particular pages, especially because they are much older and I wasn't as precise, that it's like I just put little doodle lines in and not know what what I'm looking at. Let's see. Hello, Rue. Clip Studio Paint is pretty cool, but you need to learn the program and all the tricks it has, like using the paint bucket to refer to the ink layer while filling on the color layer. Yeah, I was watching a friend of mine, Sam Vera. He was coloring his pages, And I was actually horrified for a split second because I thought that he was flatting on the ink layer. And then it's like I was like, oh, that's going to be anti-aliased all over the place. And then when he filled it in, it actually cleaned up. So that's probably what's going on. That it's like he's filling without having to, I guess, go back and forth. You know, he could just go to his ink layer and it'll automatically fill. Which honestly, now that you mention it, that really intrigues me. You know, but that's the thing with Clip Studio Paint, is that it requires, it's a learning, it's going to have a learning curve. That's kind of the part that keeps me from committing to it. You know, it's, you know, because it's like, do I really want to sit here and relearn how to color in a program? But the thing is, though, is that the more I see people use Clip Studio Paint and some of the things that I'm sorry, I have to remember not to keep hitting the table because it shakes everything, which is also another reason why I want to hang the monitor. That is pretty much how doing layouts and doing some artwork is. It's like, what was I doing? What was I smoking? What was I trying to do here? Yes. No, absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is, Patrick. But Faru, it's like that's, I was watching him do that whole flatting, and it refers to the ink layer. And I was like, going, yeah, it's like, yeah, because I wasn't understanding what he was doing. But like I said, now that you mention it, it's like, yeah, I could really use that. So we'll see. Because like I said, oh, that's not too bad. Okay, we'll stick with that. What are they called? The learning curve. I'm not looking forward to the learning curve. That's what it is. Or should the bricks be lighter and that darker? There we go, like that. Oh, that's it. You know, I like it like that. Okay. Oh, so there we go. So we have a liking the screen. Actually, let's see. What do we think? Okay, you know what? Let's get the grays in first for the building. Let's see. Do I want to use warm grays? See, and then use light gray. Dark. Okay, so I noticed a change there. I'm not mad. Okay. That's what I think I'm going to do, Patrick. I'm going to pay the subscription fee, the $70, because it's like at least that way I'm not spending $200 for a program that if I don't like, it's not sitting, it's just sitting there. And if I do like it, you know, then that's a different story, right? Well, like, yeah, but it's like I just haven't committed to it yet. I think that you know what it is. I think that once I get the Tall Tales campaign fulfilled, I'll think about it then. I always like to, after each campaign, to kind of buy something so that it doesn't feel like it's all work. Although honestly, for this time around, it really is going to be, you know, for work. So I'll probably like buy Clip Studio. Well, you know, the rented part, the subscription, because I have to buy more markers. So I just recently spent some money on some Copics, but now I need to replace my Prismacolors. Too many of them are too dry. There's too many of them dried out to be worth replacing individually. So it'll just be better for me to just buy a whole new set. So I just have to do that. So probably that's going to be next on my list. So oh, hello, Mr. Sideburns. Hello, welcome. So yeah, so here I am coloring, just coloring. Yeah, you know, just let's we are coloring in Photoshop. Even though I'm talking about Clip Studio Paint, that might come later. I color predominantly in Photoshop. All right, so let's something changed. I have to find out how far back this goes. Shit. Just fucked up my page. Hold on. It might be too far ahead. What did I do? Well, let's see. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So when I did here, when I filled out here, so now I have to redo this fucking color. Oh my god, I just fucked up my page. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me see how far back it goes. Okay, so let's look at history. Okay, let me look at my history here. Let's see how far back it goes. Okay. All right. Okay. So paint bucket. Okay. Let's see. I know we finished. Okay. So here. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. Crisis averted, everybody. Crisis averted. Okay. That's why it helps, you know, one, to always be able to see your full page and pay attention, which I wasn't doing. But yeah, but at least the history went, I didn't go too far ahead on the history, that it cycled out where I made the mistake. So, okay, so there we go. So we're back. Okay. All right. So let's start this. So, okay. So, all right. So here we go. We're going to select the panel so that we don't make the same mistake again. Let's see. So here we go. There we go. You see, it's not all like perfect time lapses and stuff here, right? It's like you get to see everything exactly how it happens. Okay, so it means I have to do, that I have to remember what color choices I made. But you know what? That's how it goes. Okay. And I think we did a gray. This. I think we lighten that up a bit. Okay. Then we use. You see, but that's the thing, though. If her assistant had flatted this correctly, I wouldn't have had this problem. But I still should have been paying attention to my page, while I was just plopping colors in. So. Okay, so now I have to do this over again, which is not that big of a deal. Okay. There we go. Okay, so let me just, so let's fix up this. There we go. This. There we go. So I'm not going to fuss too much overall. Okay, so let me just turn that on. And okay, all right, I think that's coming out. Yep, that's coming out. Right, so let's see that. Okay, so let's not make that same mistake again. Let's see. I kind of like the color. Please. Okay, so let me see. Figure out how to save that gradient. Let's see, so there's a gray. Actually, I'm just We'll just temporarily leave that. Okay. Oh, did I do it again? Yes, I did. Hold on. Where? Here. Come on. There we go. Oh my god. Really? I thought I had everything selected. Oh, okay. I see what happened. Okay, I see what happened. I did have everything selected. Let's see, history. Let's see, history again. Okay. So let's get. Okay, so let's put there. So from what it seems, it was whatever. Oh, I accidentally did was that panel only. Okay. So just fix that. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to, yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to keep going until I finish this page. I'm almost done with it anyway. So, okay. So let me just shut off. All right, so let me go find, okay, the page that actually has these two characters on it. Here we go, page 13. So we're going to click on page 13. And here we are. Okay. Let's do our first. Man, I'm really happy. Um, yeah, exactly. It's like at least, yeah, it did exactly what I told it to do. It's just that again, I wasn't paying attention as to what it was doing. So, I'm just really happy that at the difference that my new pages are compared to these. I mean, it is just so obvious. I was not really concerned about continuity for some reason. Okay, why did that change? You know what? Yeah, it's like, you know, because it's like there's like these little things that it's like, oh, it's like even when I was drawing this back then, I wasn't paying attention. It's like, there we go. Oh, that's why I keep accidentally hitting undo. That doesn't help either. That means what did I do and do even. Okay, so let's finish up this guy. Shut this off so I can color it better. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going until I finish this panel. I'm almost done anyway, so there's no reason to cut it short. So. At least this way we can have another rare stream where I actually finish something. Okay. Might actually. Ah, okay. All right. Just close that. All right. Let's put these in and yeah, so here we go. I think I'm just taking a look at it on what is it? To kind of paraphrase The Last Unicorn, there can never be a happy ending because nothing ever ends. So yeah, exactly. A good story. Yeah, it's never truly finished. It's never truly finished. So let's see. I'm just going to give this kind of a once over. Again, it's like I have it on my Cintiq, but I'm looking at it on the screen to make sure I'm not missing anything. And I think I'm pretty much. Yeah, I think we can call this page finished, at least for now. You know, as long as I figure I didn't. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just do one thing. Let's see. I think we need a little bit more color here. Yeah, I think that's much better. That's much better. You see how easy that was? Yeah, I like. Yeah, it was looking a little too washed out. So at least a little pop of color. So yeah. Oh, the windows. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, something. I kind of remember doing something with these windows. Hold on. You see, that's the benefit of looking at a different screen. I get to see like what it is I forgot to do. There we go. Lights are on. Lights on. And okay, so let's do this. Oh. Let me play around with this a little bit more. Maybe that. We'll stick with this. Okay. I mean, that's the best thing. I can always change it later. Or maybe I should go darker. Okay, sure. Ah, yeah, definitely I should go darker. Yeah, definitely I should go darker. I like that. Let's see something. No, I like it like that. Okay. All right. So let me just save what I got here. Let's see. All right. So let me answer your question. Okay, so does today's page represent the normal amount of frustrating problems you hit with each page, or did the stream pages usually go better or worse? I would say this is about average. Yeah, I would say this is about average. I mean, it's like, because it's like if I just keep working, there just comes a point where I'm not paying attention the way I should, and I end up with those issues. But also, it's like that's the reason also as to why I want to kind of get like a second monitor, or at least, because to tell you the truth, lately I haven't actually been using my Cintiq. I've been using a Wacom tablet, and then working on my main monitor that I'm watching this whole thing right now. And the thing is, though, I couldn't run the stream and be able to do that at the same time, because I don't have. If I had a second monitor, maybe, because then I would be able to watch the chat on one. If you go to Sam Vera's channel, on Catch the Craze, when he does his live streams, it's like he has a second monitor that he watches the chat on while he's working on his main, monitor. And I wasn't able to do that, so I had to use my Cintiq in order to be able to run the stream the way. I mean, it's fine, but the thing is, though, I see better on the monitor than I do on the Cintiq. So probably I made more mistakes being on the Cintiq than if I was looking at my main monitor, because I can see better. The color is just better, because I don't know. It's just, yeah, that's just what it is. Like if I had to buy a Cintiq again, I would have just gone for the large model. I think it's like a 22-inch, as opposed to going with the 16. I was being cheap. It's not that I couldn't afford it. I was being cheap, and I shouldn't have. And I kind of regret that. So, but I have the option of working on the monitor. So, yeah, I would say it's about average. The thing that counts is that I did finish this page. So there we go. So we're going to count this page finished. I'm going to cross it off my list, and then that's one more page closer to finishing the book. So let me get, okay, so let's do that. Let's shut that music off, and let's get ourselves together here. So what am I doing here? Okay, so there we go. So I'm just going to put my, so you see, so that's the Cintiq that I'm working on. So let's see. Okay, so let me just put this to the side here. So, okay. Well, being cheap was always something that I was, so yeah, but you're right, though. It's like they're just it's what I had to get over to buy the Copics. That's like I had to stop being cheap. I was buying all these dupe for the amount of money that I spent on dupe markers, because I didn't want to spend the money on Copics. I could have just bought the Copics from the get-go, but yeah, it's like it's a tough thing to kind of like to get over, to get over myself, about. So okay, so here we are at the little over the 2-hour mark. But the thing is, though, I didn't feel it, I didn't want to stop the stream, and then have like 5 minutes worth of work left on the page. It was just better off we just finish it and commit to it. So yeah, so here we are at the end of the stream. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for, I guess, like, I don't know what you were doing, working, doing something, whatever, listening or whatever, feeling like you're working along with me. I really like, I'm really glad that you stayed along with it, that I was entertaining enough that you stayed for the duration. I'd like to thank everybody who showed up in the chat. I'd like to thank the people who are watching right now. It's 4 mystery viewers. I see you. I acknowledge you. I thank you for watching as well. But yeah, next time, come on over. Come on over. We don't bite here. So if you want to learn more about me and my artwork, so want to see more artwork and whatnot, you can head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com. EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post to Facebook if you are interested in sketches and current work in progress and updates and that type of thing. And you can also catch me here Mondays, Fridays, Wednesdays, here on YouTube. You can check out my my weekly live streams on my own channel at Daphne Lage, LAGE Art, as well as check out all of my other videos that I have there as well. And again, you can watch me on the Rage 2 network for my videos for my streams with Nita Lanning. And like I said, and whatever streams I do here also streams through the channel as well. So at EgoWorks.com, while you're there, you can also read the first 5 issues of EGORAVEN, Heir the First Unicorn, in its original black and white format. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a Lord of the Rings type of adventure, you can follow the link over to Tall Tales, TAILSonline.com, and read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free. And while you are on either of these websites, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter, where you get $40 worth of PDFs, downloadable PDFs for you to check out. You can check out Tall Tales, check out EGORAVEN, check out Oswald Chronicles, just for signing up for the newsletter, where you can keep updated with all of the upcoming campaigns. There's a lot coming up. It's like, well, technically I have 2 more before the end of the year, but you never know. It's a good way of it's a good way to keep track of everything. So thank you again for joining me on this Wednesday. And so catch me on Friday at 11 a.m. where I will be doing the vlog with Nita. And I'm going to try to keep doing these, pretty much every Wednesday until I don't. It's like, and it's like, there's a lot of work to do. So there's always a reason to stream. So thank you again. I appreciate all of you. And on that note, what are we going to end with? Let's see. You know what? Let's just stick with the classics. So I'll see everybody on the next stream. Bye.
Hear me. The Thorn Valley Plan is the aspiration of idiots and dreamers. We were just talking about you.
That's refreshing, Jenner. Usually you're screaming.